I used to do the same thing in Japanese as well. It's pretty much automatic, and it's going to be things like but also things like kinda, really, and things like that. The reason we do it is it's basically your brain's way of getting a bit more space between things to give itself more time to process what it's got to process. So you can almost think of it as like a processing lag. You've kind of gone ahead now of where your brain is able to keep up with, and it needs to reduce that, it needs to bring that down, so you'll start to and and kinda and really and things like that. That's the reason why it happens. However, it also becomes a habit. And for me, the word kinda is the most terrible habit, and I'm better at it now. But when I first started recording things and I listened back to my recordings, especially anything that I did live, dear God, it's every 5 seconds I'd be like, kinda. It's kind of this, kind of that. And I used to do the same thing in Japanese as well. And in Japanese, nantoka, I use the word just every 5 seconds. And I never realized I did it until I started recording podcasts. And then I listened back to them in like the live things that I've done. And then I started to realize, wow, you are saying this again and again and again and again, and it really started to become quite irritating. Every time I was listening to something and I heard myself saying kinda, I'd just be, oh no, it's cringe-inducing, stop it. So the way to reduce it now, and this is almost contradicting the best practice that I teach, where I tell you, you want to let go of the conscious focus of your speaking when you are speaking. But in this kind of instance, you now want to really focus on those things and try and reduce them. It's kind of hard to do because you're trying to break a habit, but start noticing yourself say these things. It's a very slow process. The other thing, again, you might want to think about is perhaps slow down just a tiny bit. Slowing down will naturally reduce the processing load on your brain, and you will need to and even less. Another reason it happens, of course, is, and again, it's also to do with processing load. Another reason it happens is if it's a topic you are not familiar with, that means you have to think about the topic as well as the words that you're using. That will increase the ums and the ahs and the kind ofs, as will any other kind of processing load, like things like if you are nervous or you're worried about looking stupid and you're trying to focus on like the faces of the people in front of you because you're worried about what they're thinking about you. That also increases processing load. So really those are the two things you need to do. Decrease processing load, and that comes through, one, confidence, two, not really giving a shit what people think, things like that, knowing your subject, as well as speaking perhaps in a slower, calmer kind of way, but also then noticing the ones which have just become habit. And that's much, much harder to do. But it's really the same as the pronunciation errors which have become habitual. The only way to break those is to start monitoring them and to spot them and to break them and to try and consciously reduce them. And then as you do reduce them over time, you then are able to let go of the need to think about it again.